Alright, figured I'd do another quick one from one of the streams I did here. Short, sweet, and to the point. We're going to see if we can beat Fallout 3 with a... how to put this? I was going to say one punch, man, but it didn't really go the way I wanted to. But with as few punches as possible per enemy, right? You can, if you have enough time and effort, get it to one punch for the entirety of the, well, for every enemy, really. So, unarmed, just gonna dump into Lady Killer here. It gives us some damage against some NPCs in the game. Little more damage here and there, always good. Mind you, most of the enemies in the game are male, so that doesn't really help any.
What do you think you're doing?
We head straight off to Operation Anchorage. Reason being, you wedge yourself in the corner upstairs. I made a short on this a week or so back when I first did this stream. Quick save, quick load. You can pop through the wall real easy. Head right on over to where the umbilical is, kind of where the two room cells meet. Wedge yourself in here with some armor. Quick save, quick load, and you can pop right down through the ceiling, getting into Operation Anchorage vault before you even have to do the DLC. And you can do this 30 seconds after getting into the DLC here. Get the winterized armor, get the shock sword, get the Gauss rifle, get the flamethrower, get the Chinese stealth suit, rocket launchers, all that happy good stuff right there, man. It's a great way to get your hands on the stuff. Keep in mind, since you did not do the training, well, yeah, technically training, you don't get the power armor training either. So that's, you know, the trade-off here. You can always come back whenever you want and do the well, do Operation Anchorage. That's not an issue. But for right now, we're not going to do any of that. We're going to take all of the health packs. We're going to take the Chinese stealth suit, because that's all we need from in here. Then we have to go collect 2 more things, and that's just 2 hockey masks. That's all we need to get this run up off the ground, right? And the reason we need those 2 things is because hockey masks are one of the items in-game that give unarmed bonuses. You can also find one, I do believe it's the... I think it's one of the Raider masks that gives +2 melee. There's also ones that give +2, like +5 skill to explosives, which make explosives hit harder and also prolong how long mines go off. And there's also big guns. Big guns is another one. So you can get mini guns and stuff up to absurd damage with this thing. Right, so some of the raiders that I figured would probably have the hockey mask be right over here in the school. Why wouldn't they, right? It has a chance to spawn on like any raiders, so we're gonna go and see if we can get our hands on it. Alright, so short, sweet, and to the point, what we're doing is trying to find raiders that have hockey masks on them. Found one right here. Nice, easy, quick. Take them out. Yes, we're using a melee weapon right now. Then again, I also used a save that started us outside the vault. The exit of the vault. Anyway, we don't need to do the whole tutorial. Tutorial for this one is long, so I try not to do it when I don't have to. So we got one. Now we need the second one. Reason being, the Chinese stealth suit is technically a suit that has a helmet already on it. But this game can't register that because it's an armor piece, right? So for some strange reason, it allows you to put on one helmet, and then when you try to put on another helmet, it doesn't unequip the first one. So it ends up layering, one after the other, the unique perks of whatever helmet you're putting on, right? So in this instance, it's a hockey mask. Hockey mask gives unarmed for some reason. We find the second one right there, unarmed +5. So every time we equip the second hockey mask, our unarmed goes up by 5. Nice and simple, right? Does the same thing with any other headgear that gives, like, I think radiation resistance is one that works. It just doesn't do anything with DT, like damage reduction, damage threshold, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't do that for that, because you'll see our damage reduction, yeah, DR in this game, doesn't go up at all. But our unarmed is over 100 already, right? You can sit here and you can do this for as long as you want. I have an auto clicker, so my auto clicker is just doing its thing right now. But you can let it go for as long as you want, right? If this was a normal run, mind you, Fallout 3 is annoying because there's 2 separate instances where you are forced to unequip everything, which automatically removes all of the stuff you put on it. So that's a little fucking annoying. But you can sit and you can do it till you get to this point, right here. It's a super mutant behemoth, right? One of the strongest enemies in the game. You sit and you layer this thing for a significant amount of time. I'm talking 10, 20 minutes. And you can start knocking out super mutants with 1-2 punches, right? I sit here, try to figure out, you know, do I want to stick to the run at this point? 1 punch per enemy, take them out like that. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to sit for like 20, 30 minutes at a time, re-upping my masks whenever I get my stuff force unequipped, right? So I decided right here, since I was streaming this, I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna take way too fucking long. And I've already proved proof of concept here. You can literally just run around one-punching motherfuckers in power armor, right? So, don't need to do that. I've also done something similar to this in the past, maxing out all of my stats at a low level, and it used this exploit too. I was running around the Deathclaw Sanctuary just one-punching fucking Deathclaws and shit, right? So you can do this if you want to put enough time into it. I didn't have the time to do it though, so I failed the run right there. Can't beat it as One Punch Man, but we can still have some fun with it, right? At this point in time, our build is finished. We can do whatever we want, so we might as well just blitz the fucking main quest, right? Go get Liam Neeson from the vault, get him back to Rivet City. He keels over dead. Sad that. We go and we kill Enclave. There's this one spot in the Jefferson Taft tunnels thing where Dr. Lee says she needs to hack the console terminal thing, and you need to hold off the Enclave. These guys mostly just keep spawning, like, fucking non-stop. You can get, like, 30-some sets of fucking power armor from these guys. And if you want to take the time and effort to waddle your way all the way over to fucking Fort Independence, you can get, like, 1,000 stim packs out of all of this armor that you could trade to them, which is just insane. I don't do that this time because, again, on stream, no one wants to sit and watch that, so I decided against it. Take just a few sets of that and a couple sets of the Tesla power armor I got on my way here. And even then, I still end up with almost 100 stim packs worth. Right? It's just nice. Just take stim packs every fucking time. You can also get a bunch of ammo right away, grenades, whatever. Stim packs, though, as long as you can heal tank anything, you're good to go for the rest of the game, right? So just with the few sets I handed into him, over 61. You're going to pay for. Now we know we got to go get the Gek, talk to the Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. I don't have child at heart, so I have to go kill the raiders. No, slavery, really. In Paradise Falls, so I do that. It's literally the easiest thing to do. The only one that puts up somewhat of a fight is Clover, because she's a player companion, which means she levels with the character, and even though I haven't really been leveling up, when you can take out most things in one punch, except for melee fucking characters, because they can block. That was a good shot right there. they still level up with you and become harder to kill at the end of the day. But easy enough, you know. If you wanted to go for big guns, you could get a minigun right here, Paradise Falls. Be able to mow down anything, right? Think of it like this. A minigun that could one-tap enemies and stuff. That'd be an interesting build to run with. Like the Terminator build or something for this game, but... yeah, no, again, if you have the time and effort, do it. Tell me how it turns out. I'd love to hear how it turns out for you guys. So, we finish wiping up all the raiders here. Again, easy enough. We can heal tank damn near anything. Since the Enclave's out and about now and spawn on the map, you can just hit up the hot spots for the Enclave and pretty much get unlimited stim packs. So that's easy enough there. We head into Little Lamplight. We do the old clipperoo through the wall because I'm not talking to these fucking people more than I have to. Quick save, quick load right there at the edge. You pop on through. You're good to go. Straight into Murder Pass. I'm mostly going to skip past most of the super mutants in here, but, you know, most of them take one shot. The masters and stuff take, you know, like 2 light melee hits. Kind of forgot for most of the run you can do a power attack. Try not to do it too often in game, well, in runs and stuff like this, because you miss 90% of the fucking time because you run past your opponent. If you didn't know this, you can go in and you can get the Gek, right? Right here, this door that opens, it's technically 2 cells, kind of like the, where we got the power armor and the Chinese cell suit. It's technically 2 separate cells put together. I say cells, like fucking room areas. And the in-between of those doesn't have the, it's not denoted as to give you radiation, so you can just stand there forever and not get irradiated. So you can watch the whole, you know, unveiling of the Gek and all that, which is pretty cool. After that, we get kidnapped by the government again. Even though you could walk right past all of that, you can't do anything, right? And even if you come here early and clip through the wall, like I did, get into here and get the Gek early, that part doesn't spawn. I tried to fucking sequence break the game once, and you just can't, which is the issue. And at this point, we're pretty much in the end game. This is the second time we've had to re-equip our stuff, so we're not hitting as hard, but between then and getting to the memorial, quick save, quick load, not quick save, quick load, fucking layer your mask a few thousand times more, and you can just run around one-shotting the Enclave when you actually hit them, which is weird. Easy enough to do. You know, it was a fun, simple little run, something fun to do on stream. It was a fun little stream there. People wondering why I didn't just use console commands to get into the room. And, you know, exploits aren't technically console commands, and, you know, exploits aren't technically cheats either. Also, if you didn't know, if you're in an fucking animation for melee attacks, they can't force a cutscene with you. So if you keep clicking your attack button before you walk into the room, Autumn can't talk to you. I stumble and forget what the fucking code is here for a second, and I just die of radiation poisoning. Kind of a fitting end. I couldn't beat it as One Punch Man. Maybe you guys can. But I'd like to thank Eric Hewitt, Big O, and what was the new guy there? Hi, Marshall Sigismund. I think is how you pronounce it. Good on you guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you want to become a member too, link is in the description below. I think it should still be, although stuff has gotten fucking weird lately. We also have Discord. Come, yell at me if you want. It's all good fun there. We talk about Fallout stuff and really anything, really. That's about it. Next members only video. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make this one members only yet. I might. I might. Then again, I have footage for the last run I did. I think it was trying this in Fallout New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas also has a Chinese cell suit, if you didn't know. It's in the Hoover Dam, of all fucking places. Anyway, Thanks for watching, if indeed you still are, in my random fucking randables here. See you guys in the next one.